That would be $9, please. Excuse me? Excuse me? $9? I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is April and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh my goodness. So, if you're new to my channel, then of course check out the videos on my channel page. If you like what you see, then of course subscribe to my channel. Like my videos if of course you like them. If you don't have to like them, but always leave a comment with your opinion, a question, whatever it is that you want to ask. So feel free to comment on this video, on any of my videos. Now we can actually get into this video. So as you guys can see from the title of today's video, I am going to be telling you my first impression of Canada. So I haven't like done a reveal on my channel or anything. My very first video that I'm telling you guys about Canada, I'm just telling you guys my first impression of Canada. But anyway, I'm in Montreal in the province of Quebec in Canada, and I'm here for my master's in law, right? I'm here for studies. I've been here for quite a while now, a bit over a month. Over a month, yes. And well, I think it's a good time for me to tell you guys my first impression of the country, right? So I flew directly into Quebec. I didn't pass Ontario or any other province to get here. So my very first welcome into Canada was through the international airport in Montreal, right? So if you guys don't really know much about Canada, I mean, I guess you would have to read about it if you're curious. If you're curious about Quebec, I will of course bring in a bit of details into this video, but then I'm also not like an expert, right? I'm still learning about the city, I'm still learning about the province, I'm still learning about the country. But anyway, that's besides the point. So let me just say, basically, the very first thing that struck me, right, about Canada is that everybody is so polite. Like, everybody is very helpful, very polite. So what I'll say is people are really nice. Like, this is me just giving my perspective whilst I'm walking. I can't even express how, like, okay, the thing is, I don't know if people are like that to me because I'm a foreigner. I don't know. But then, not that people can tell if you're a foreigner. A lot of people actually thought that I was from here. But then there have been situations, right, where I was lost. Like, I looked lost. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was doing. And people would actually offer. I had people come up to me and be like, are you okay? Like, do you need any help? Like, what's up? Are you struggling with your Google Maps? Or like, what's going on? And they were really nice and really helped me out with directions and everything. Even at the airport, I wasn't sure where to get an Uber from because there are multiple gates and there's a specific part of the airport where you're supposed to get an Uber, and I didn't have a SIM card, and there were just a lot of things, and everybody was so helpful, so nice, so willing to help out. Like, they would actually lead me to the place that I'm meant to go and all that. I mean, to be fair, I haven't been here for long, but these are first impressions, and that was like a really great thing. Now, the second thing that I would like to say is the language. So if you don't know, Quebec is like Francophone. So it's Francophone, Anglophone, but primarily Francophone. And Montreal is also bilingual, but then depending on where you go, in some parts, it's primarily French. So this is something that I knew, this is something that I was aware of, and my French is basic, so I do understand, especially when it's written, but then I can't speak. I understand one when someone is speaking it, but they have to speak slowly, so lentement. Parlez lentement, s'il vous plaît. Like, that's like my, me asking you to speak slowly in French and all that. Yeah, but honestly, because my university is it's an English speaking university, so they teach in English. So actually it is a bilingual university, but then they do teach in English. I haven't had any problems like in terms of language, and of course the fact that I do know some French really helps me, because for example in some restaurants everything is in French, right? And if you don't know that poulet is chicken, you are gonna be like, or you don't know that viande is beef, or meat, you could be confused, you know. And of course you can use Google Translate sometimes, but it's not always simple, and sometimes there are colloquial terms and Google doesn't really help you with that. Like, I didn't know that sold was discount. I tried to put the word on Google Translate, but that's no, I've forgotten what the translation was, but it didn't say that it meant discount, right? So I was like, oh. And now the weather. So I expected the weather to be much more dry than it is. I mean, granted, it's autumn, not winter, right? So like it's not supposed to be as dry as winter, but then I still expected the climate to be more dry than in Ghana. Nope. Like, it's humid, maybe not as humid as Ghana, but it's still humid. And I mean, like, I just expected there to be more of a difference, so like that didn't really match my expectations. But I prefer a little bit of a more humid weather. The weather so far has been fantastic. I mean, it's autumn, right? So it's not cold, and when I came it was like basically still summer. It was warm, like it was really warm. Of course, when it comes to winter, I think my opinion of this would change, right? But I haven't experienced Canadian winter yet, so I can't speak on that, right? This is just first impressions, guys, first impressions. Okay, now let's go to something that I was like, why am I constantly seeing this? And this is construction. So in Montreal, right, there is a lot of construction. That's what I've realized. I haven't been here long, and it's like, I'm telling you, hey, like, I'm walking here, construction. I'm walking here, construction. Like, they're always constructing something, pavements, building. Even opposite my building, they do construction work. So when I was planning on filming this video, I had to make sure that I was filming at a time when they weren't doing construction work, because the noise is crazy. And also when I'm walking on the street and like they are constantly blocking the roads or creating like detours for people to pass through different routes because they're constructing something, I mean, to me it's weird. Like, why are you always constructing something? Is it that the roads are bad that you have to always be constructing them? I don't know. If any of you guys know more about this, if maybe you visited Montreal or you are from Montreal or you know anything about it, just tell me in the comments, because I don't understand this construction work. It's inconvenient. So yeah. Then this one, I think this one is the one that's got me going like, hey, because I've never lived or been to a place where I experienced this before. And this is taxes. Taxes which are not included in the price tag, right? I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. Imagine you enter a store where they sell t-shirts, okay? You go and then you see a t-shirt costs $7. That's 7 Canadian dollars. That's fine, right? That seems fair. That's okay. Then you take it, you go and you are checking out. That would be $9, please. Excuse me? Excuse me? $9 when it says 7 on the price tag. And again, I was aware of this because I watched a lot of YouTube videos and I read about it on the internet. But then when you come and then you actually experience it, like, it just doesn't make you feel happy at all. Like, this is something that you have to get used to. And for me, this is something that I really had to get used to. There are two types of taxes that they impose. That's the federal one and then the provincial tax. And I think sometimes stores also impose a third kind of tax. I'm not really sure about that. Like, I'm not a tax expert, but this is what I've gathered so far. And from receipts, that's what I've been seeing. And they don't really tax basic goods like groceries, but more like clothes. And if you go to a restaurant, like, you'll be taxed and other stuff. Like, everything is taxed, I think, apart from basic goods. I think this is something that I have to read about more. Now I want to move on to something like a bit more personal to me. When it comes to the law faculty, right? The law faculty, my university, is on a hill, okay? cue video. And by the time I get up the hill, I'm like, I'm just doing a workout going to class. But I like that. I love it. And don't get me wrong, I love walking. Even when I studied at a University of Ghana, I used to walk a lot. I prefer walking to taking the bus, to taking the metro, all that. But then when you are walking every day and you are climbing the hill up and down every day, it's not easy, you guys. Like, it's just not easy. Again, I love hiking, but I like hiking for pleasure, not when I'm going to class. Like, it's different. It's a different thing. So the walking is like minimum 3 hours a day you'll be walking, at least for me, because again, I don't take the bus and I don't take the metro. So I'll walk to class, I'll walk from class, I'll walk to the store, I'll go shopping, right? If I'm going on a hike, which I have already gone, all of these kinds of things, like, it's just a lot of walking. And I just personally, I prefer it, but then you do get tired. And also I start to lose weight quickly when I do a lot of exercise. So like, there's just that, but that's like my personal, just a personal thing, I suppose. So I think that would be all in terms of first impressions. There might be a couple of things I haven't mentioned, but then I'll be bringing them up in other videos. And a lot of you guys have asked me about how I got into my master's program, you know, questions about that, questions about the study permit. So I'll make another video on that. I think I'll have to make 2 videos, one on the study permit and then one on the school. Or maybe I'll just put them all together. I'll see how I'll do it. But if you're interested in that video, do let me know in the comments, because the more people are interested, the faster I will make that video and post this for you guys. But we have come to the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope you learned something. And I hope to see you again in another video. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment, of course. And then I'll definitely see you in another video. But today, I'm just saying goodbye.